Hi there. On last lesson, we were talking about retelling the stories, including the key details, and demonstrate understanding of the lesson by using the beginning, the middle, and the end strategy. The beginning helped us to identify the characters, who was in the story. The middle was the setting, where was the story at or where did it take place? And the end of the story, what happened in the story? Was there a problem or a solution? So today we're going to continue to talk about RL2 retail stories, including key details and demonstrate understanding of their central message or lesson. Let's look at our learning target. Our first learning target is going to be, I can retell the key details of a text. Our next learning target is, I can demonstrate understanding of the central message or lesson in the story. So, the main topic is what the story is mostly about. The key details tell the important information about the story. The key details also give information about the main topic. On last time, we were able to use the BME strategy right here, the beginning, the middle, and the end. Today, I want you to use the 5-finger retelling strategy. When you retell, you need to identify the characters, the people or animals in the story, the setting where the story takes place, the problem, the events, what happened in the beginning, the middle, or the end, and the solution. Next, let's look at our hot questions. How do you identify the main topic of a text? How do you identify the key details, events, and setting in a text? What is this text mostly about? What is the most important thing that the author wants us to know while reading the text? So the title of our book today that we're going to read is called Snow White Sees the Light. Snow White Sees the Light, written by Karen Wallace, and that is going to be the author. That is the lady who wrote the book. Next, the illustration is by Andy Rowland. That is the person that drew the pictures. Before we begin reading, let's take a sneak peek through this book and see if we can identify what is going on with Snow White. Oh, we see here Snow White putting down her broom. She's cleaning, it looks like. And these must be the dwarfs, the little people. One of our vocabulary words. Oh, the dwarfs don't look too happy. But they must be the characters as well. We keep seeing the dwarfs on this page. They're sitting around the table. It's a lot of them. But where is Snow White again? There she is, still cleaning. Yes, she may have a problem. So far, I wonder what this book is going to be about. I wonder if we can make a prediction. So let's begin to read Snow White Sees the Light to see if our predictions were right. What is going to happen in this story? Snow White put down her broom and sighed. Every day the 7 dwarfs left muddy boots in the kitchen and dropped their jackets on the floor. She doesn't look too happy cleaning up the floor after those dwarfs. They never took off their hats. They only wanted to be fed. They're looking like, please hurry with lunch. What's cooking? I'm starving. Hurry up. When they set up the table, the dwarfs had terrible manners. Slurp, burp, chomp. And they never, ever cleared the table or helped wash the dishes. One day, Snow White lost her temper. "All you want is a housekeeper," she cried. "You don't care about me." The dwarf stared at her in her amazement. "But we adore you," said one. "You are the loveliest in the land," cried another. "We'd be lost without you," said a third. "Ha!" cried Snow White, but she went to put a pie in the oven anyway. Far away, a wise queen lived in a castle. Oh, it looks right here. I think that our setting is going to change, because before they were in the kitchen right here and sitting at the table right here. And now we're where the queen lived in a castle. Far away, a wise queen lived in a castle. She believed that everyone in her kingdom should share the cooking and cleaning. That way, everyone would be happy. One day, the queen picked up her magic mirror. "Mirror, mirror in my hand, does someone need me in my land?" "Snow White needs you," replied the mirror right away. "The 7 dwarfs are treating her like a slave." The queen visited Snow White. "Why do you let the dwarfs get away with it?" she asked. "They say they'd be lost without me," replied Snow White. "We'll see about that," said the queen. She cut a piece out of a magic apple. "Pretend you've been poisoned and see what the dwarfs say when they find you." That evening, the 7 dwarfs marched in the door, kicked off their boots, and shouted for their supper. Looks like right here she's going to play a trick on them. When they saw Snow White lying on the floor with the apple beside her, "Oh no," cried the dwarfs, "that apple is poison." Remember, poison, guys, is something that is harmful or something that can hurt us. "Snow White is dead." They all burst into tears. "Who's going to cook our food? Who's going to clean our house? Who's going to wash our clothes?" Snow White got up from the floor and gave the 7 dwarfs a long, hard stare. "Wash your own clothes," she said. "I'm leaving." And guess what? Snow White found a nice, considerate prince and lived very happily ever after. Remember, guys, the word considerate is tending to consider things carefully. And this must be the prince. So now he can be one of the characters at the end, the prince. So now that we have completed reading the story, I want you to try to make a connection. How are these events in this story similar to or different from the things that happen in real world? Then I want you to think about, does the character or event in this story remind you of anything in your own life? Like, did big brother or little brother make you clean the dishes or mop the floor all the time? So I want you to reread the story and retell it using your own words. Use illustrations and things of that nature. Here is an exit ticket. I want you to use this exit ticket to identify what is one important thing that the author taught. For me, one important thing that the author taught was how to appreciate people and not to take advantage if I have a big sister or big brother cooking and cleaning for me. Once you identify one important thing that the author has taught you, I want you to use the exit ticket and write your response inside of Class Dojo. Okay, you're going to go to Class Dojo and write your response from the exit ticket. Remember that you're identifying the main topic. And the main topic is what the story is mostly about. Remember to tell some important details. Those are the important information about the story. Remember, the details give information about the main topic. So go ahead, retell the story in your own words, and tell one important thing that happened in the story. One important thing that the author wants us to know. Go ahead and upload your responses inside of Class Dojo. Till next time, see you.